The alien glares at someone and questions him, asking if he's trying to get a free meal again. Another man, lounging shirtless on a beach chair, responds casually. He says it's fine, noticing the other person looks satisfied and oily from eating well. He ends the call by reminding him to treat him to a meal next time. Holding the phone and looking serious, the man mutters to himself, asking if that person really has no class rank. Looking at a digital tablet, he sees a profile of Lu Sheng. The screen shows text as he remarks that this is the first genius in a million years from District 13. He looks alarmed and doubts the person could be nearby. He repeatedly insists that it's absolutely impossible. Relaxing on a lounge chair and sipping from a coconut, he casually remarks that no genius should end up looking like this. He thinks the registry office must have made a big mistake. He recalls that the deadline he gave them is almost here. Since they haven't responded yet, he suspects they're slacking again. He decides it might be time to give them a reminder. He suddenly slams his foot down, creating a burst of impact on the ground. He leaps into the air, laughing loudly, while an explosion of light and force bursts beneath him. As he charges forward, another man notices him and shouts in surprise. The man barrels toward him with great force, fists clenched. The man bows respectfully and greets him, identifying himself as Kaibalan and addressing him as a superior. With multiple people arriving quickly behind him, Kaibalan apologizes for their delayed arrival. Several men kneel before the shirtless man, showing respect as one of them greets him formally. He sternly asks how the matter he entrusted to them has been handled. The older man hesitates, struggling to respond clearly. He quickly summons multiple containers filled with energy crystals, presenting them to the man. He stands among the energy crystals and casually picks at his ear, responding with a puzzled expression. Getting angry, he demands to know if this small amount is the result of all their efforts and mocks them for trying to fool him. Furious, he explodes with power and yells, questioning if they really think of him as someone they can just casually scam. Dark clouds and lightning fill the sky as shocked onlookers watch his overwhelming aura surge upward. Several people bow to the ground, begging him to calm his anger. One of them urgently calls out, asking him to wait. A woman in a mask steps forward and explains that their planet is only a level 1 resource star, and it's impossible for them to provide that much energy. She continues, reminding him that they already submitted an unusually large amount of energy crystals in the previous collection. The woman bows deeply and pleads for his understanding, saying they truly can't offer more. He narrows his eyes and smirks coldly, mocking her words. He questions who will understand him then. Internally, she suspects this man is the notorious Reaper and recalls rumors that he was the one behind several major disappearances. He thinks to himself with a sinister grin that if that's the case, she should be the first to feel the consequences. A powerful energy blast strikes the ground near the masked woman, shaking the area and catching everyone's attention. He approaches from behind and grabs her neck, mockingly calling her Miss. She struggles in his grip as he lifts her off the ground, unable to break free. He stares coldly and taunts her, asking if she enjoys standing out and acting like a leader. While lifting the woman by the neck, he floats into the air as people below plead with him to show mercy. He glares down and asks if the rest of them also wish to die. Visibly panicked, the older man hesitates and stammers as the group behind him shows clear fear. He yells that they have 5 more days. If they still fail to gather the amount of energy crystals he needs, there will be consequences. The woman, still held by the neck, gathers strength and tightens her grip on his wrist. As he threatens the others to prepare for the same fate as her, she suddenly strikes back with a sharp energy attack, yelling out. Her counterattack slices across his arm, forcing him to release her. He screams in pain while she drops down gracefully, placing a hand over her chest. He clenches his fists, furious, shouting to know who ambushed him. He looks up and sees a large battleship approaching, confused and alarmed. noticing multiple ships appearing in formation. He wonders if a high-ranking figure from the Interstellar Alliance has arrived and realizes they made him stop attacking just moments ago. He then spots a familiar symbol on one of the ships and panics. It's the Black Dragon crest, the emblem of the Black Dragon mountain family. He trembles and mutters in shock, wondering why such a powerful faction from the White Feather Star region like the Black Dragon Mountain clan would suddenly show up in a remote place like this. As one of the warships descends, a voice commands him to kneel. Overwhelmed by the pressure, he collapses to his knees, confused and afraid, questioning what kind of force this is. Screaming, he crashes face first into the ground and desperately asks why this powerful figure is targeting him. The man in armor approaches and sternly asks if he is the newly appointed resource collector for planet A28462. He introduces himself as Luo Feng of the Black Dragon Mountain family, one of the barons. His presence shocks the man on the ground. Panicked, the man quickly confirms that he is indeed the appointed collector and nervously admits it. Luo Feng responds coldly, declaring the charges: abuse of power, embezzlement, and unauthorized tyranny. He states that even death wouldn't be enough to pardon those crimes. Terrified, he begs for mercy and insists there must be a misunderstanding, claiming he never dared do the things Luo Feng accused him of, especially not on the noble's home planet. He continues panicking, trying to explain that while he admits to exploiting his position here, he would never dare behave that way on a major planet like Buxabolan. He says he just wanted to enjoy some benefits on this backwater resource star. Luo Feng looks down with a cold stare and interrupts, asking if he's seriously claiming this is a misunderstanding when he's clearly in the middle of doing exactly what he was accused of. The man freezes, realizing the implication of Luo Feng's words, and his expression turns to one of dread. Shocked, he shouts in disbelief, asking if this insignificant planet could really be the birthplace of the Buxabolan genius. He insists it's impossible since the planet has never produced even a top-tier life form. Desperate, he drops to his knees, begging Luo Feng to believe that something must be wrong with the information. Luo Feng coldly gestures to the skies, pointing out the presence of fleets from various major clans like the Beihua, Jaima, and Bailing families, all here to verify the truth. He glares sharply and asks if the man is now trying to claim all these powerful people came because of a mistake too. He trembles, eyes wide in disbelief, muttering that this can't be real. He can't understand how things have come to this. The Lu Sheng youth appears with a shadowed face. The man kneels and slams his head to the ground, asking just how terrifying this Buxabolan genius truly is to move so many great powers.
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.